talk show lady. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, this will be my last live stream. Thank you for trying to support. Listen, life is what it is, friend. Take it with a grain of salt. You gotta be homeless, you gotta be homeless. People truly believe that you can always stay on top. That's not the factor here. You cannot maintain glory or success all the time. There is going to be a challenge. So I just have to face it on Christmas during the holidays and every other holiday that I've experienced in the last 5 years. So just take it with a grain of salt since the pandemic. Listen, if I had the extra money to go get in the hostel right now, I would. To get off these streets, out this fucking weather, I would. But, ladies and gentlemen, take it with a grain of salt. This is just everyone's life right now. Sooner or later, you're gonna come across this lifestyle, and you're going to actually make choices, hard choices. So enjoy your Christmas. Enjoy your dinners, your open gifts. Cherish those memories. Please do. That's why I wanted to be a photographer. I wanted to capture those moments. I wanted to become that photographer. You hire me as a photographer, you my client. And I capture your family, your wedding, your moments. But we all know, over time, on this channel, there's a lot of false negatives that's been said about me, and people literally took it with a grain of salt. But recently, a lot of people were upset because I screenshot a comment. And people were just like, who the hell is this woman to tell you and say such a thing about being alone? I've been alone in this game for quite some time, but I'm truly never alone. But yeah, it's kind of hard, it's kind of sad to see someone go to those extent of words to use to express how they feel about a person. Bosnia. Long way from the United States, my dear. Or sir. See, we gotta walk because, mind you, everybody, I don't have the luxury anymore. I'm about, mind you, on the 31st, I'm getting laid off. So I'm got a lot on my plate. So just take it just like it is, man. Whatever happens, happens. So I came to Long Island City to ask partners if they had any pastries, but not today. They are closed tomorrow and they are closed on Christmas Day. Yeah, the community refrigerators have not been empty, you see. They did have some food, but I have to wash the vegetables and then cook the vegetables, but I don't have a kitchen right now. So can't take something that I can't use, right? That's selfish. Mind you, they had everything I needed. Spaghetti, squash, carrots, tomatoes, peppers, mushrooms, and yeah, could have cooked me a nice dinner tonight, but you know, life is what it is. That's why I keep telling people, some people that now want to contact me, you're fake. Don't contact me anymore. Stop. You're fake. I don't want to hear that shit. Excuse my language, but you gotta understand how my frustration is towards some people. I had their back for a long time, and then they disappear after I don't want to share or want to help anymore. After exposing or them exposing themselves to greed and guilt, so I stopped supporting them. But now when I need the support, it's like, nah, let me explain an email. Let me burn and suffer. No one really cared about you. So I was like, fine. If that's your words, that's your words. Now I know who you are. So we were trying to see if there's any food availability here in Long Island City, but not today, man. Everyone is sort of short. So now I'm just gonna have to just wing it for the next, until probably the 26th, because ain't nobody gonna, most of these restaurants and most of these businesses are going to be closed tomorrow and on Christmas Day. They really fixed that water main pipe really quick. See? That's what I was telling people, like, why they take forever to fix any normal block here in New York City? But it only took them just 2-3 days. Doesn't make sense, right? When there's a Port Authority's money involved, yeah, they want to fix. You see? Yeah, the Port Authority got that fixed quickly. You have to understand who paid and flipped that bill. And now they're going to pin it on taxpayers because they didn't do a correct job the first time. Water main pipe break shouldn't break unless something does happen. I'm not saying they're not supposed to, but you can see when we were here the other day, 4 days ago, it's all fixed. Look at that. It's fixed. Look how, yeah. But any other New York City street, any New York City block, am I right, New Yorkers? Your block is fucked up. They've been doing construction on your block for months for one pipe. Yeah. And mind you, that's why I'm saying to you guys, understand the system better than you do. Because a lot of you rely on it too much and don't want to be independent. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wet night. It just stopped raining about 2 hours ago. It's supposed to stop raining early this afternoon, but yeah, right. Not in New York City, friend. this Midtown Tunnel right over there. But like, as I said, listen, if I had a better income like I once did before, you know, better pay, I would have literally spent my money on the hostel. I just can't afford, what is it, 223. That's just too, mind you, that's just for 2 nights. And that is just in the 3 mixed dormitory. Can't do the private. It's way expensive, especially around this holiday. That's why the price is so steep. Even though we spend money on the hostel and we took a chance, but we took a chance with also with food money that we were supposed to save. You know, I spent that money on the hostel when we were supposed to, you know, throw that towards the next week or so for food and emergency transportation. But yeah, my GoFundMe is a failure. So that's why I'm like, I'm not even gonna post about it. Not even gonna like remind people that like, yeah, yes, I've been saying it for months, but never mind. I don't matter. So I'm just gonna keep it that way. Didn't matter for a lot of people until I should be saying, I have something they want. Most people want money. I just want to live. Because people don't know how to live. They think they live in life. They're not. Yeah, it's too wet. Rain. It actually was not snow. It was a mix of rain and sleet all day today. It was kind of dangerous. I was fucking standing outside for fucking 3 hours at a community fridge, and I just gave up. I was like, nah, I'm getting way too wet, and it's getting way too cold. into Brooklyn, everybody. We just made it into Brooklyn. From Queens into Brooklyn. I walk this bridge almost every single day, at least 3 to 4 times. On average, twice, maybe 3 times a day. Depends. Like tonight, like today, 3 times. Why? Well, we're looking for, some of these restaurants they normally contact me if they have free extras. And normally I just donate it to the community creators, right? But today they don't have anything, so. Sounds like a beautiful Christmas for struggling person, just like everyone else here in the city, struggling. Anyone wants to support a dinner or good to go, I don't think there's any good to go because I didn't see a lot today either. That's another problem. There might not even be any good to goes tonight. Maybe. I'm in Brooklyn now, so. For some reason, I can't sell this other flicky in the studio light. No one wants it. I'm like, wow, you don't want a 250 watt? Yeah, was trying to sell some of my studio stuff, but people are trying to be lowballers. You know what I mean? Hey, I give you 80. I'm like, how you went from 160 to 80? How's that a thing with you folks? Get out of here, man. Stop wasting my time. I hate when especially when you come on site and they tell you that too, like all you have is 100 when you know you're selling for 180. I'm like, are you serious? You trying to play this game, this guilt game, make me feel guilty that you pull? Yeah, no. This is why I always tell these folks, meet me at a police station. They were like, nah, no thanks. They always decline. That's when you know that was either a scammer or a thief. Trying to trick you into, mind you, we just found on the YouTube video the other night, we found a fake $100 bill. Those are running around New York City too. Fake 20s and $100 bills. And what did we do with it, everyone? We disposed of it. Because that could have been, well, the person that probably had it probably dropped one, didn't realize it. Oh, Michael just sent $50 for... Actually, I want to say that for the hostel, man. I really want to save that for the hostel. I really do. You guys have no idea. Ugh. My knees are buckling, you know? You know how your joints are really starting to realize, like, hey, man, you've been outside consistently, bro. Your body tells you, right? You've been outside too consistent. You need to get either some shelter or wear something warmer. I was wearing something warmer. I had those mind you, I still have my Columbia snowboard pants, right? And those just make my balls sweat, like really make my balls sweat because they're that good. All I have to do is put some thermals on, one pair of thermals. If it's a really super cold day, 2 thermals, and I'm guaranteed, yeah, I'm gonna need to wash my balls in the next 48 hours. Excuse my profanity or my vulgar words I'm choosing to use to describe my hygiene. But that's why everyone's like, you wear the same pants? And I was like, these are the snowboard pants. They keep my butt warm all the time. Like, oh, so you don't... Well, I do wash them when I can. Michael says, I want to save it because I really want to get into the Hostel. I'm tired. And next month it's going to be even rough because I got no apartment. I don't have enough for the rent. I do have a deposit, but now like another landlord might want 2 months deposit and 1 month's rent. You see what I'm saying? That's just New York in general. That's just New York. Some of these landlords, when you do sublet, they want to make sure that you're, mind you, they still do their background check. But that was the GoFundMe for. It was only for, mind you, I could be out of work for a whole month or so. So it's supposed to be for the rent and for the food and travel expense for the outpatient visits. Because, mind you, I go into surgery on the 7th. I check out on the 15th of January. They just want to make sure that, yeah, because like lately, like I've been saying to you guys, like lately it's been the eating habit thing. It's been like, it's not there. If I get hungry, it's only for that short time, and I just feel like I either overate, and I just feel like, oh, I don't want to eat, or I feel like I want to throw up. What was that? What? Phil. No, man. So Phil just dropped a $150 donation on top of the $50 donation. And I don't want Phil to... Oh, man. We discussed this already. You shouldn't put yourself in debt. No, mind you, everyone, please. Don't put yourself in debt feeling a little bit guilty that you can't help me. You can help me. Just be mentally helpful. That is what I'm telling you. You can be mentally helpful too. Because a lot of these days we need that kind of mentally support. Don't you agree? People have not been mentally supportive. Well, I shouldn't say people. A majority of people are not being supportive as they claim to be supportive. But I appreciate Phil, Michael, and Alicia for always trying to be very supportive. They've been around for a while, guys. They're like the oldest... Well, Lord Brian is the oldest subscriber here. But even he wish he could help. But mind you, his son was a cancer survivor. His son's been dealing with battles of a lot of medical conditions since he was born. We were there when Lord Brian's son was born. And we were there when he had to, mind you, we were in the middle of a skate session. We filmed it for a B&E video. He has to suddenly just go leave because, mind you, the wife is having problems with the kid. If you guys never heard of Lil Brian's son, he's pretty famous in California. Iron Boy. So I want you guys to Google Iron Boy. Just he's a symbol of how to survive cancer. You know, and still go to treatments and still get, you know, checked up on. But you should literally Google that. So Brian knows how it could be a really, it's just problematic. There are at least 9 people on this live stream. If they gave $5, Yeah, but mind you, I have 7,031 subscribers. Imagine if I got $1 for each subscriber. Each time I make a video, I would have to, mind you, I would never ever become short on my rent or never have to live out of a fucking hotel or a hostel. Think about that. I can pay stabilized rent. But New York City, I don't think it's worth $4,000 for a studio apartment in some areas that are up and coming, rising with that diversity. I get it. I get the gentrification process and all this change, but to hike up prices or hike up rent just because it looks like a luxury building. But here's the thing on why I don't like luxury buildings. Now, I used to own a luxury apartment, mind you, a condominium. It was annually, right? We signed an annual contract, right? But we pay for our own gas, we pay for our water bill, right? We pay for everything else, and mind you, we pay for our own repairs inside. So if we need something fixed, we have to go fix it, right? So it was affordable. But here, that same condominium would have been, mind you, this is back in what? 2009 to 2011. It would have, mind you, not even that much. Here, they would have charged you over $1 million. Like, what? That's 10 times the amount what I was paying for in Madison, Wisconsin. But I got a nicer, bigger place, space for everything. But here in New York City, you pay for the what is it? The micro inches of your apartment. Literally, you pay for your micro inches. I honestly don't like some of these new apartments. Some of them are just like, oh, this is just a. To me, it seems like more of like a marketing scam than more than a living condition where it's long term. Because none of these luxury places technically is long term. Everybody moves out within 1 year of signing some type of lease, or they had a problem with the building. For instance, like in Long Island City, there's a lot of problems and a lot of people moving out now. And new people saying, oh, I've just moved out because this building, they got too many strict rules. So I'm like, well, that's what happens when you want to live luxury. They want to keep the property. No, dog, mind you, I get it. Sometimes you don't want to use the back, maintenance elevator to hold all your furniture or just little camera equipment that you have in your Pelican case. That has happened to me in one of these New York City buildings. But hold on, look at that. There's furniture. Sorry about that. I'm gonna be honest right now. I had to go urinate. So I'm being transparent about everything I do on this channel. But as you can see, you see how people throw away good, nice furniture? They just throw away nice table. Look at that nice table. They just throw away a lot of stuff. This is why I was just saying before. People that live in these luxury apartments or these condos, they don't stay long term. They don't. This is why I was telling you guys, like, no one ever stays long term in these places because they always find some quirk or something they don't like. But that is America for you. See, half of these folks are Asian descended or European descended. They're not used to American customs when it comes down to condominium and renting and all these fees and these hidden fees and these hidden obligations and stuff like that. And they wonder why they get upset because they didn't read that contract, that agreement. You gotta read it. So yeah, sometimes in New York City, it is actually better to find a roommate and rent an apartment or find an apartment with that person so you guys can rent that out. But in my case, I gotta find a sublet. And sublets are, mind you, supposed to be half of what the person is paying for. But when you're paying for electricity and gas in some places, it may vary. We on Kent Street in Brooklyn. We in Greenpoint, by the way. I don't know, man. Unless they take the taxes out. I just want to... Yeah, unless they take taxes out, Phil. Because New York City has the highest tax in any other city. It's expensive. It's like California, man. But the difference between California and New York is that New York City has a subway system and a bus system that is not always regulated and monitored all the time. Like San Francisco. They got, mind you, bus agents, subway agents all the time in the subways, in the bus system, checking for valid tickets. Or the machine does. Or when you come out from the train, there's always a police officer at a booth. So you have to put the ticket in the machine. And this is why I said what I said about New York City. About the subway. Now, here's a catch, Phil and Michael. Now, if I go get a hostel, is there going to be food there? See, now I'm spending all the money on a hostel, but no food. See? It's always a catch. So, I'm pretty sure it is, or, mind you, was a lot of people when I left. But here's the thing about the people that were there. They weren't very clean, modest. They didn't care about the place. Yeah, they were very, very much European, talking to their native language, some German, but you had some Brits in there just don't have any manners, just didn't want to clean their dish. Mind you, everyone else is trying to use a frying pan, right? He doesn't want to wash. Mind you, this person doesn't want to wash his frying pan. He said he could wait after. But when he said after he eats, but you're supposed to wash your dish before you eat. So it would be courteous for the next person to use. But no, he just did not wash it. He abandoned it and then left for the day. And he's been, mind you, I hope he's not at the hostel. I really don't feel like arguing with this guy. Well, it's not just him. It's also a family. They're like literally telling their children, let housekeeping clean it. That's what these... It was kind of racist how they said it. It was like, let the Spanish people clean it. I was like, yo, that is kind of fucking racist. Because, mind you, there's housekeeping there. And these ladies are Latino. And mind you, they're the nicest women ever. Guys, trust me. Let's say you were staying at this place, this hotel, right? Right? And mind you, they have to make sure the rooms are clean, the bathrooms are always clean every day. They do a clean, right? So you can have a better and clean stay. Sometimes they ask you, after 2-3 days, or 2 days, they're like, you want your sheets changed? Because they want you to change the sheets. So you have clean sheets. Always say yes. So they give them something to do. Okay? Always say yes. So you can have clean sheets and give them something to do. But this guy is, some people in the hostel, I'm noticing they are taking advantage of this housekeeping. Yes, housekeeping is supposed to clean after we are done. Let's say there was no one in the kitchen, okay? Everyone's outside. Everyone's doing stupid things in the city, right? So now housekeepers can come and clean up your mess. But they're not there to clean your mess right after you cook. Right after you clean. And mind you, even at night, everybody, they leave the dishes piled up, and I'm the one cleaning the dishes. And mind you, the owners and the staff are like, yo, Panda, we see you on the camera, bro, every night, bro. You clean the fucking people's shit, bro. You don't need to do that. I was like, nah. You got other people in here that want to, not like these animals that don't have no respect. I want to see their house. You do that to someone's house, you don't do that to your grandma's house. You don't do that to your uncle's house, but you want to do it here. This is why I was, mind you, in the time, I was like, yeah, I get it, man. Don't let that get to you. I was like, but that's the problem. They understand this is a community space. Why do you think this is called a hostel, international hostel? Community networking space. Not you only space. No, that's not how it works. I may be able to get the donate. I don't know. I gotta check the rate right now. Right now, that shit is high as fuck. But I'm hungry though. But I need to get off this live stream in order to do everything I want to do. But this is what I do. When I get off this live stream, on the community posts on YouTube, on my YouTube community posts, I will update if I got a room for 2 days or not. Right now, if you look at the hostel prices right now, ooh, that bad boy is looking kind of... Oh, did I deleted it? Yeah, I deleted it. It's kind of looking too... It's just too pricey, man. Even I didn't want to give up... Well, the other day I did give up $160. But I just want to fucking rest. Got surgery coming up on January 7th, everyone. I didn't raise enough money to freaking... And that's what we're talking about, rent. I didn't even raise enough money for the rent. So next week is the last visit before the 7th. I check up with the doctor. I'm going to explain to the doctor what's going to go down. So if my feet stink, my body looks ashy, I'm homeless, bro. I gotta live homelessness at least for 25 days, and then use the rest of that GoFundMe for housing for another 25 days, and hopefully I get by into spring. And let's hope my other job doesn't fucking lay me off, which, as you heard, ladies and gentlemen, other employment wants to lay me off before the new year. Ha! Great job. Good strategy, though. I like it. Dude, he's already giving me a break. But that's the thing about this guy. He knows what is... He knows... Mind you, he's watching probably among you. He just don't say anything. Because he tells me, like, sometimes I watch your videos, man. Sometimes you just... It hurts, bro. Like, I remember he always talk about me and my ex-wife, Yuki. He said, I remember when you and your ex-wife used to come here years ago, bro. You were happy, bro. You were happy, man. And you was always in here. Like, yeah, it was good times, man. He remembers Yuki. He's like, yeah, man, like... You're different. He even says it. I'm different. He's like, I'm not happy. I'm like, I'm not. I'm not. Our families can't get along, so we had to get... Mind you, we got prenup. So it was like, we knew this was going to happen. But even now today, even before today, even before after, I would visit her and, you know, get my mushy on. Because we still care. But the thing is now, she's over there, I'm over here. It's problematic. Life is taking its course on everybody, not just in the United States, everybody. Japan's financial fucking sector, it's trying to fix a problem, but it can't fix all of the problems. There are so many problems. One of the problems is also tourism in Japan. All these tourists are now provoking violence in Japan. I remember walking down the streets. mind you, anywhere in Japan, no one would just walk down the street and just slap you in the fucking face. That doesn't happen. Now, today, and mostly in Tokyo, don't do that shit in Osaka. They will fuck you up. Yakuza or not, they ain't no more, well, they still around. But here's the thing. It's not the Yakuzas you gotta worry about. It's the people now. Because if people look at you, they stare at you, they score you, they know what you look like, they call the police on you. Bye-bye, tourists. Go back to your country. Now, as you see the news, everybody, Japan is changing their laws about tourism. Mind you, a country I used to love and visit, great place, but it is rough. You have to follow their policies and guidelines. It is rough. I'm not gonna lie. Living out there is a glory. It's beautiful, but it's not the U.S. You're not just gonna like can't smoke a cigarette just like come out your building. No, you gotta go to the smoking area. Okay, go in the smoking area. See, there's laws and there's driving laws. There's different laws in place. Everything is different. But with that said, everyone, I'm gonna update you guys in a little bit. Let's see if I can. I actually need to contact him and see what he can do for me. That's this next step, Michael and Phil. But I kind of wanted to save this money for something more important. It's kind of expensive, man. Fucking 100 and taxes. It just hurts. Now, listen, let's talk about community fridges very quickly, because this has got to be the oddest community fridge setup I ever have seen. So apparently there is a community fridge somewhere over here in the library, but it's only during library hours. I know. You're like, then that's not a community fridge. Yes and no. But a lot of these homeless people, they hang out this right now. They're hanging out at the library. It's smelly in this library. Trust me, it is very smelly. Ooh, the stink, the scorch. And this is one of the smaller libraries. Now, Manhattan has one of the largest libraries in any borough, except for Staten Island. Staten Island does have 3 large libraries, but Manhattan has motherfucking like too many large, but they are more like tourist attractions than fucking libraries. Yeah. So with that said, we made it down. We made it down to Norman Avenue. We're still in Greenpoint though. Yeah, I'm taking my time, friend. I got no time. See, the reason why I was taking my time, everyone, is because I got no place to go. I got no date. Ain't nobody inviting me and say, hey, Panda, you want to have a Christmas with us? And no one even say, hey, man, I know you can cook your ass off. You should come over to my place for Christmas. Like, no. Because this past summer, everybody, if you haven't watched my videos, haven't seen any of my videos, we kept cooked, helped, gave away free skates, free clothing, free everything. We just had a Halloween games, skate games. Anybody, bikers, skateboarders, rollerbladers. We just gave away free stuff. Why? Because we talked to these brands, and we once were pro rollerbladers or pro athletes at one point, and now they see our activity. And they see what we're trying to do for our community. And yeah, they reached out and gave us some stuff. So, can't hate the juice, you know what I mean? But some people were hating on that juice. They were mad because probably you didn't win the free skates. Like I said on this channel, guys, I gave away 2 pair of free skates. I guess they got jealous and mad, like, oh, you didn't give it to the right people. Like, I did give it to the right people. But I just want to let you guys know I appreciate all your time and effort. But yeah, it's gonna be a. Let's go see what we can do, man. Cause it's kind of late to contact him now, but he probably will answer. I don't know. We need to find out. But thank you everyone for supporting mentally. Thank you Phil and Michael. But let's go try to see what we can do tonight about our housing situation for the next 2 days. Because honestly, I feel like if this was not Christmas, any other day, this would have been like $50 a night. And then I've been saving so much money. Can't even go out and buy my own damn groceries for 2 days. Who knows? But technically, groceries are expensive right now, as well as eating out as well. So it's a catch-22 there. Because how much is milk right now again? And cereal went up? Like, wow, I don't even eat cereal, but damn, cereal is going up. Yeah, I guess you don't want kids to have a very delicious breakfast, I guess. It's gonna, yeah, that means more kids are going to see less on the table for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Well, let me find out, and I keep you guys posted. Just check that YouTube post in about 20 minutes. But I'm actually gonna save some battery here, conserve some energy, and see what we can do right now and find out some information. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. But enjoy your Christmas. Or your holidays. I'm not sure if people are celebrating the holidays. I don't normally celebrate. When E and I were a thing, E didn't really like Christmas, but she liked the lights and everything. But I would give her a gift, something nice to wear, because she wasn't a very good fashion picker. She picked the ugliest things out. I'm like, why? Why are you dressing like? Yeah, I told the story before how my roommates were like, nah, we need to take her clothes shopping. She needs some tutoring. Because you'll pick out the weirdest things, man. Alright guys, I keep you guys posted. Thank you so much for the love. Just enjoy your Christmas, your gifts, your dinner, your time with your family. But I see you guys next.